Hello and welcome to tutorial key point video number 2. In our session we looked first of all at parliamentary sovereignty and we discussed the comment from Robin Cook that there is, quote, no more elitist, authoritarian, hierarchical claptrap than the doctrine of parliamentary sovereignty. We did this to discuss the advantages, disadvantages, whether it was true, whether there was some partial truth in it, because at this level of degree we are looking not so much for description and explanation, but critical analysis of the claims that are made. So be in a position where you can critically analyse the claims that are made about parliamentary sovereignty. And a great place to start is Dicey's 3 points. He said, firstly, Parliament can pass any law it wants. He was contrasting Britain with countries like the United States, where Congress can pass a bill, but it can be struck down by the Supreme Court where it contravenes the Constitution. Secondly, and I'm going to turn Dicey on his head here, he said that no Parliament can bind its successors. Look at it from the other angle. No incoming Parliament is bound by its predecessors. We don't have entrenched legislation, special requirements to change the law, referendums, special majorities in the legislature, and so on. Look at entrenched provisions, but Dicey's saying we don't have them. And thirdly, no court can question what Parliament has done. Useful framework for assessing parliamentary sovereignty. We then moved on to the institutions of government, and it's important that you have a good understanding of how government works and the roles that are played by the different parts. So look at the composition of Parliament. Who's in it? Who can't be in it? What are the different roles played? Look at how Parliament scrutinises the executive through written and oral questions, through select committees, through debates and the like in the Chamber and in Westminster Hall. We looked at the structure of the executive, the Cabinet being the main decision body, with the Prime Minister as first amongst equals. We looked at the structures within a department. The head, normally the Secretary of State, with overall responsibility, second level of ministers being Ministers of State, and at the bottom, the Parliamentary Under-Secretaries of State. Look at any departmental website so that you can see what that means in practice. We then moved on to the principles of civil liberties. We contrasted the traditional English approach of everything is permissible unless it's prohibited by law, to the position where specific rights have protections. And again, consider why that change was felt necessary, particularly in the 20th century. The European Convention on Human Rights, you'll need to get to know this well. It's not just a general human rights must be protected. There are specific rights, and you need to know the details of them, and you need to know how they are balanced against other rights. So we looked at freedom of expression and assembly, the restrictions that there can be in terms of defamation, the administration of justice, the obscenity laws. Then we looked at privacy, perhaps the most important developing area of law. And we finished off by looking at the TMA, which of course is about the concept of parliamentary sovereignty, which I've already discussed. But you need to know about how we incorporated the EU treaties, the details and their significance. You'll need to explain the doctrine, and you'll need to look at certain cases, like the Factotum case, Thoburn and Sunderland City Council, McCarthy's and Smith and Garland and Brell. Look at the impact of the European Union Act of 2011 and come to a reasoned conclusion. Well, with that, I look forward to seeing you at the next tutorial. Thank you.